As we begin, we are going to be working on our heart chakra. So I want to welcome you to this heart chakra experience. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because we are in the middle of our chakra upgrade class, which you could still get if you would like. And I have on sale a chakra scan, a chakra alignment and attunement. I just did a scan. I'm doing several alignments today. And we have an opportunity right now to use these energies that are faster, that are more powerful, that are accelerated to actually cleanse and clear a lot of old stuff. So our energy centers carry a lot of stuff. Naturally, our heart center is a heart. It's the heart of the matter. It's the heart of your soul. It's your soul's brain. It's the deeper part of your soul. And we have a higher heart as well, between the throat and the heart. And these are very key. The heart being between these core 7 chakras. We have many more. But between the upper chakras and the lower chakras, in our personal center, the ones that intersect with our body, the heart is the connector. It is the center point. So it is typically green. A lot of it is red and pink nowadays and multicolored. But this fabulous piece of fluorite is here to help us. There we go. So thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Namaste. Beautiful to see you. Thank you for saying hi from all over the world. And I appreciate all of you very, very much. I want to share that this is let me put my microphone on. There we go. That this is a moment where we are gifted with a potential expansion that's quick, that's powerful, that's deep. It's potentially messy. The way we're seeing the world break down is messy. And yet it's going to happen in such an accelerated manner that if we keep holding on to the past, we just struggle more, we hurt more, we get banged up more. If we want to figure it out, if we want to know what's happening, if we want things to be a certain way at a certain time in a certain place, all that's going to do is get in the way. So releasing, letting go. Yesterday, I believe I had a session where the message to the client was lean back. And I kept imagining, because I'm always like this, lean back. What happens when you lean back? You're relaxed. You're not pushing yourself forward. You're not jutting your hand out. You're not looking, right? Like this. What happens when you lean back? There's something there to catch you. You're supported. You have that opportunity to relax into something. Support is a very important thing. And the heart center, remember, it's here, but it's all the way around you. So it's your shoulder blades, it's your back, it's your arms. It's even up into the shoulders a little bit. And so if you, I'm going to stop holding on. I'm not going to try to figure it out. I'm going to relax. I'm going to go into this space. I'm going to go lean back and watch. One of the things that we say in the chakra upgrade class is we have several different activations that become a daily activation. They're specific to each chakra, and then they can be done with different chakras. They can be done with all of them. And one thing we affirm every single time is I have everything I need. I am everything I need for whatever we're doing. So I want you to say that. I want you to write that down right now, right here. I have everything I need. I don't need anything else. I don't have to be waiting. I have an old habit that's very diluted now. But it's fun when you become aware of your patterns and your habits. I know that it can be frustrating because why are they still there? But it's much more interesting that you're aware of them, right? And that old habit is like, wait, not yet, I don't want to start quite yet. There should be something else. I probably have to finish. I probably have something else I could do. Just another minute, just a little thing. And I'm sure that came out when I was a kid, probably to my mother, like, not yet, I don't want to leave, And so when you notice that, oh, if you relaxed. So do that right now. Let's move around a little bit. Stretch your neck. Put your shoulders back. Open your chest. Take a nice breath in. Breathe it out. Put your arms forward. I have everything I need right here, right now, to open my heart, to live from my heart, to trust my heart, to take the walls down around my heart, to free my heart from fear and past agreements that keep it heavy, resistant, shut. I am all that I require within me as I learn to trust it. And I'm ready and willing right now to trust my heart, to trust my soul, to trust my divine makeup. I'm ready and willing right now to receive and accept all that I need, the support, the ideas, the energies, the money, the love, whatever it is. And I accept the breakdown, and I accept the breakthrough, and I accept the next breakdown. And I understand that this is metamorphosis, that I am in a transformation, and that it is not what I expect. It will never be what I plan, and it is not going to happen in the timing and the way that I think. I have everything I need. I am on a fully funded mission. And I am here now today, open and receptive, to enter my heart and open it and let all the old fears, all the walls and the fortresses, all the resistance, all the hidden places relax. And I lean back and I feel my heart center connect to my soul. And I lean back and I feel my heart center open to my higher self, to my soul blueprint, to my true path, my vast powers. I lean back and I am supported. I am that I am, and I am here. There's nothing I need that is outside of me, and all that I require will be provided. I trust and I receive. I lean back and I'm supported. I move forward and open, and I am delighted and guided and loved. So I want you to put your hands on your heart. You can put them on any way you want. I'm putting mine on top of each other. You can put them above or side to side, whatever you want. And I want you to take a breath in and bring it directly in through your hands. And fill your heart center and hold it there. As it moves through the heart center, cleansing, clearing, and aligning you to your deep soul nature. Let it go. And it expands and clears out all that is there. And we release it and let it come down. And we gift everything that we release today to Gaia with great gratitude, knowing that she is open, heart, lovingly ready, willing to receive all of this pain, all of this past, everything that no longer serves me or that I thought kept me safe. I let it dissolve. I let the breath of life come in. I am ready to be connected to my heart, my one heart, and the heart of this planet, and the heart of this time. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So I know we have several things that I said that we were going to do today. And I'm going to just go in the flow with it to allow it to unfold. So the first thing is your heart center isn't what you really believe it to be. We have our physical heart and we have our heart center, and we know it's important. We felt a broken heart, we felt a betrayed heart, we felt a hurt heart. We have expanded and really allowed ourselves to journey into our heart. I know we are doing that now. In fact, the whole chakra upgrade class, and I get messages from my clients, and they're telling me how profound it is and the shifts and what they're seeing or feeling, or they're visibly envisioning the structure of a particular chakra. They're actually starting to see or sense it. They're feeling a lot of energy move or a lot of heavy energy. And the Heart Chakra Center in particular, the feedback was a lot of sadness and a lot of anger coming up. A lot of heart palpitations, like literally feeling physically the response to the work we're doing energetically, which I love when that happens, because that's the truth of it. You're all energy. Even your physical body is energy. And so when you feel energy work, when you sense energy work, and this work that I do is extremely powerful. It's extremely deep. You can ask anybody who's worked with me. The depth of it is hard to explain, because I combine energy work and I combine shamanic healing and journeying, and I combine just all the different things that I've experienced and that I've learned and all the people I've worked with and the feedback. So we also align it to what is optimal for you at this time. So I want you to say that I enter the sacred space to open and cleanse my heart chakra. And I'm ready and willing to align with that which is optimal for me at this time and aligned with my highest good. We use a lot of these commands, these words, these different declarations to focus the mind, to tell the body, to communicate with all of our chakras, with all of our light body, with all of our parts of ourself, so that we can start to slowly become the creator again. We can realize that we are the creator and we haven't been creating consciously. So now we're like coming into alignment. What is optimal for me? I'm giving up my agenda and I'm coming into what is optimal for me. So the heart center in and of itself is quite profound. And there's a lot of people said that they cried and cried and cried, that they felt a lot of these old heaviness, a lot of betrayal, and these kinds of heavy energies, broken hearts, feelings of not being lovable, not loved. So another statement that I've shared many times in many of my classes and on my live streams, that's really a powerful thing, especially when you're dealing with the heart chakra, is to declare, I am love. I am loving. I am loved. I am lovable. Ooh, I felt that one. Poke, poke, poke. So we poke the energies, all right? So we say things and then we watch what happens. If you've ever decided to do something that you know is going to be uber powerful in your life, you're going to take a course, or you're going to go to school, or you're going to move to a new home, or you're going to start a business, or you're going to work with somebody on your money blocks, something that you know and all of your inner patterns know is a big deal, and it means you're going to change. Remember all of the habits, okay? And a habit is a belief in the mind, a mindset, an emotional pattern that could come from many parts of your soul or many different lives, and this life may come from what you're conscious or not of, that you don't need to be. And it's also in the nervous system. It's also in the cells. It's also a neural pathway in the brain. So it starts as a thought or a pattern or an agreement or a belief that you bring with you from another life or you form. And then over time, it embeds into the body. So you have layers to change a belief. It's not just the cellular memory or just shifting the brain, the neural pathway in the brain. It's not just clearing out the chakras, right? There's layers of energy that are all working together to hold that there. And it's your natural way of thinking. It's your natural way of deciding. It's your natural way of believing. It's your natural way of seeing a solution. But guess what? There's a million solutions you don't see. And I can say that with 1,000% confidence, no matter who you are, no matter how much spiritual work you've done, no matter what your psychic skills are, there are millions of solutions, millions of ideas, millions of energies right now, right here, all around you that you don't see. And you don't see them. See meaning hear, feel, notice, pay attention to, see with your mind's eye, whatever. Okay, you're not receiving them. One, because you can't get overwhelmed with a million answers to something. But two, because you have these inner beliefs that are there that are blocking your ability to perceive it. It would be similar to blocking a phone number on your phone. If somebody's been spamming you, and I don't own a car. I haven't owned a car in over 5 years. And I get these phone calls, messages, and emails about your auto insurance is expiring. You better check it out. You better call us back. And I'm over here. On and on. Just all these fake spam calls trying to trick me. And well, it's pretty easy. I think you're really dumb. You don't even know that I don't have a car. So that's a spam number. So you can go and you can block that number. You can tag it spam. And then you don't see it ever again. Well, it's the same kind of thing. You've blocked the ability to receive solutions that you don't believe at a subconscious level are possible or good for you. Common thing that people that I work with have is, and this is even after lots of work, these aren't people who are just completely blocked at all. These are incredible people who are really working their spirituality and really moving along into their energy field is clearing and cleansing, but we all have stuff to cleanse, right? So when you receive a frustrated feeling, I'm so frustrated because this happened or this isn't happening, or I'm so frustrated because, or disappointed, that's another big one. I'm feeling fear. Can't trust people. I feel resistant to speaking up, right? We can identify these in the chakras, and then we can identify them in your soul level, agreements, decisions, contracts that form a very strong bond. It is not safe. Don't risk it. Don't allow yourself to do what you want, do for everyone else first, take care of them, serve them. Maybe you made an agreement in the womb. Maybe you made an agreement when you were a young child. Almost everybody does, to belong to your family, to be like your parents, to be like your mother. I had a client for many, many years, and we worked some very deep stuff, and there was a lot of family stuff there. And one of the agreements, which her mother was not a pleasant, nice person to her, very controlling, very mean, very judgmental. There was a lot of lockdown like this. Don't move, don't talk, don't say anything. You were constantly being criticized or punished. And yet, underneath it, she realized, even after she grew up and found out, hey, guess what? I don't have to, just give my power over to my mom anymore. She started to go layer by layer, and we discovered that when she was very little, her mother was a very wounded person. Her mother was had a lot of issues of her own, like everyone does. And she realized that she could almost pinpoint consciously the moment as a little girl that she heard her mother say, "Don't leave me, stay here, be with me, always be with me," almost like desperate. And she could feel the fear and feel the pain in her mother. And her little tiny girl brain didn't make sense of like, "Oh, Mom, you shouldn't be projecting that onto me." She said yes in her heart. In the deepest part of her, she said, "Yes, I will be here for you. I will be like you. I will never leave you." And so despite the abuse, despite the difficulties, even despite all the healing work, this core was still there. And it was firmly embedded in the heart. I must be here for her. I must take care. And we have a lot of agreements that we've been given to take care of other people first, to put other people first, that you're selfish or greedy or some other bad thing, is happening because you aren't, if you do for yourself first. It's the complete opposite. If you don't take care of yourself, you don't have anywhere near the power or capacity. As much as you think you do for others right now, emotionally or physically or in any other way, there's no way you have even touched the capacity you have if you turned within and you started to empower yourself, if you took care of your inner self, if you said, "No, each one of these layers of me," right? This needs attention. This needs a positive environment. This needs to not be around the news, and my partner watches the news. So guess what? I need to have an agreement. I need to speak up and say, "That is very damaging to me, and I know you love it, so I'm not telling you what to do. How can we agree? You listen to it when I'm not in the room, or you listen to it on headphones." And there's a resistance to asking for what you want because it doesn't feel safe. What if they don't like you? What if they get mad? What if they leave you? What if your safety goes away? And these are those core beliefs, deep, deep embedded within us. So when we start breaking those down, like we are, and the planet is, we see a lot of imbalance, we see a lot of instability, we see a lot of fear, we see a lot of emotionally completely uncontrolled people. Especially we're seeing it in leaders, right? We're seeing it in people in the public. We're seeing it in actors that have no maturity in their emotional field. They're just puking their stuff all over the place and telling everybody all of their emotions. This isn't necessary. So when the heart is walled up, when the heart is burdened, when it's locked away, when you've shrunk in and shrunk in and shrunk in, it's not safe to trust, it's not safe to trust. You've walled yourself into the heart. Sometimes people have walled themselves outside of their heart. They can't even get into their heart. They don't even know what it's like to be in the center of their being, to be in this place that connects to their soul, to be in alignment with that true inner soul voice. They don't know what it's like to feel love, or to feel like they're loved or lovable. They don't feel like they can give love because it's not safe, and they crave love from outside of them. So some of these things are going to touch for you. You're going to have a different story, but the energies are the same. So the reality is that our heart center is incredibly powerful. It is so incredibly strong, and it has the ability to handle all of this. We don't have to wall it up. We don't have to shut it down. In fact, when we do that, and it's okay that we have done it, so no judging yourself, okay? When we do that, we prevent flow. We prevent communication. We prevent it, being able to cleanse it and receive. There's no breath coming in and out. It's like this, right? And then it could cause heart problems. It could cause lung problems. It could cause back problems. It could cause physical challenges. Could cause mental issues around, especially around trust, around deserving, around receiving, around giving love. Then there's the inappropriate giving love, where you're smothering love and you're telling everyone what to do, and you want to be the one in control of everyone's lives. Typically you see it in a parent, and eventually a parent has to let go of that and let that child grow up and make their own decisions, and then you be overbearing, right, or critical. So there's a lot of ways that this can be expressed outwardly. And remember, all the energy in your reality is a reflection of what's going on within you. So you might be like, "I don't understand why I'm frustrated, or why am I angry, or why do I feel this or that?" I went through a phase where Chris, my soulmate, my beloved, who I just love beyond belief. There isn't even words for how much I love him. He is kind and he's gentle and he's generous and he's complimentary and he's always in a good mood. And since his seizure, he has a lot of challenges. He gets overwhelmed and he can't think and there's all these other different things happening. There has never been a moment that I have been mad at him or irritated with him for any real reason. Okay, just never. And I know it might sound impossible because I was married for 25 years before this, so I didn't know people like this existed. However, I started to react to him with anger and with biting words, really mean sounding words, like getting angry just because I had to repeat a question. No big deal. And I'm watching it and I'm seeing it come out of me and bam, and hit him, that energy. And I'm like, oh, why am I doing that? I don't want to do that. And I was embarrassed I was doing it, so I didn't mention it. Then I started mentioning it. I said, okay, we have to bring it out. We have to speak it. And it doesn't feel like my air is on. And then I would say, I'm so sorry. For some reason, this is coming up. And then I said, who is this? Because I don't talk like this. This has never been my nature. I never did this with my kids. And I realized it was my sister. My sister's very mean person, mean-spirited person, and was very mean, very critical, constantly watching. She still is, so I'm not making things up. And as a child, I grew up with her. So when we have these imprints in this life or others, they become very strongly embedded. And for my child mind, she was better than me. My parents put her on a pedestal. I thought they loved her better. She was perfect. I wasn't. And so this perfect person was looking down on me and criticizing me and being mean to me. And I could never ask a question more than once. I could say, where's the toilet paper? And she would say something, and I have bad hearing, especially back then. I had surgery on my ears and I had to take lip reading because my hearing would go out in the middle of class and things like that. So if I had to ask a second time, oh my goodness, just, she would whip out that Leo and slash my throat open. And it was so painful to me because I really like harmony and fun and unicorns. Okay, and she wasn't that kind of person. That I learned, right, to not ask and to hide my heart and to pad it because it hurts, especially when somebody you expect you could trust or love or support you. There was never camaraderie. There was never, I don't know what it's like to have a real sister because there was never sharing. There was never support. There was never fun moments that I even remember because it was like being watched by a guard and you're a prisoner watching you just to say or do one little thing and then attack. So that was coming out of me and it was coming out of me. I didn't even know it. And it was coming out of me spontaneously and it would just go, Ring. And I thought, that's the last thing I want to be. I don't want to be that. That was something that hurt me. So when you feel something coming out, you're releasing it, okay? And you want to be careful not to release it on other people. We want to not take our emotions, especially our low emotions, and just dump them on people. We want to master them. That doesn't mean suppressing them. This is not a masculine mastery over whipping things and making it slave. You want to accept it, and you want to say, oh, look what's here. Okay, I'm so glad you showed yourself to me. So what you learn is that your heart can actually handle. And if you had stayed on a path of trust and openness, that in a way the universe would have provided for you. The path would have been a little smoother. You would have noticed more of the solutions. You would have noticed that there was more beauty, even though you were in a prison camp. You would notice that there's people, stories like this, who were in concentration camps or prisoner camps or other at home, but in prison, and they were able to stay in that state of, I want to say innocence, and I'm not sure it's the right word, but it's purity of heart. Just staying. When you see somebody love someone despite the abuse, it feels confusing. And here's the reason why. We have many centers, and we have many purposes, and we have many levels of these agreements. The heart is love. I love. That's the statement for the heart. That's its theme. Now, the heart has to love you first. And this is what's unique about the heart. It can love, kind of like a dog, despite what's happened to it. It can trust, even though things aren't perfect. It can love someone else because it sees through what that person, place, thing, event is. It doesn't take it personally. It doesn't make it a judgment. That's a bad thing. Now, judging is not a good thing. Preferring, choosing, okay? You don't want to be like, well, if I don't judge this is good or bad for me, then I might eat poison, or I let somebody, demean me every day at my job instead of speaking up. No, I'm not telling you to do that. And this is often the hard part with the heart. Sadness, grief, of course, are living in the heart. They're held there. Grief of loss of a person, loss of love, loss of money, loss of perceptions of your reputation, loss of the life you thought that you were going to live. Maybe a physical challenge came up and you can no longer do certain things. So there's a lot of that living here when you activate the heart and you give it permission to start to dissolve the walls and the blocks and the dungeons and all the stuff that I see in the Heart Center. You're going to have some of that sadness come up. And you want to look and say, is this optimal for me? No. Okay. Well, I'm not going to watch the news anymore. Please don't. You don't need to know what's going on. You will know. You aren't going to change the war by listening to the news and carrying heaviness in your heart. You're not. I don't know how many times to say it. You're not. It's never going to happen. Violence doesn't solve violence. It causes more violence. Hate, judgment, blame doesn't cause love, peace, and harmony. It can't. If you look at the scale, if you go to the shop.nanakasha.com, you'll see the scale of consciousness. Peace and harmony and love are way up here, and that other stuff is way down here. They're not even in the same vicinity. They're not even on the same, continent. Okay? So you have to be like, I accept what's happening so that I have the power and the harmony to choose from my heart. So the strength and the power of your heart is way beyond, because we've really never let it do its job. We've never let it take the hurt, process it, grieve, consume it, digest it, and release it. So we've asked Gaia today to receive all the things that we're already pouring off. So I'm poking your heart center, I'm poking your mindset, your beliefs. Remember, the chakras intersect with all levels of your light body. So the heart center isn't just right here. It intersects with the mind and the emotions and the financial field and everything that you are in this life. So when you have somebody treating you inappropriately, of course you have a right to speak up, but do you have a right to blame them? Then you're just getting into the same game. You can just remove yourself. You can just make a new choice. Oh yes, I remember I used to have that energy in my life a lot. Maybe you come from abuse in your childhood, or in your relationships, or in your job, or with friends, or to yourself. You acknowledge it and accept it so that you no longer have to be attached to it. Then your emotional body will release it. Now, the global breakdown is a reflection of our personal breakdown. We're in this together. The planet, she's having hers. She's a very complex being. Her body is extremely complex. She has all of her energy centers. She has her purpose in life. She has her soul level. She's evolving to a new level. We are too. Our bodies are made from the earth. So the global breakdown is in our chakras, it's in our heart, and it means that our purpose is evolving, that we are entering to a new era of being in our heart strong, brave, courageous. Now, courage is a power state. It's the first state of consciousness where you are empowered. You're not having to force yourself. Ugh, okay? And courage is a wonderful state. It's full of permission and all kinds of really lovely energies that lift you up. So if you give yourself permission to say, what if I trusted my heart instead of feeling vulnerable or afraid somebody may hurt me, afraid of speaking up and being disliked or having retribution of some kind. So whether you've had this awareness yet or not, at some point you will probably be aware, as we are all metamorphosizing and shifting, that you have old experiences with loss, with being beheaded or burned at the stake or disowned or imprisoned or outcast or whatever. There's a massive amount. And if you look at our history on the planet, it's ugly. Most of it is just absolutely hideous. Now, the news takes the most hideous stuff, the most gooey, ooey, low scale stuff, because it's going to make you watch. And everybody just wants to make money, okay? I'm sorry, but the news is manufactured. They take stuff and they intensify it and they make it really, really, really sound super dramatic and super terrible. And it's designed to poke you. It's designed to poke your fears. It's designed to get your attention. It's designed for you to tune into this station versus that station so they make more money. You don't need to know that. You need to give yourself a break from everybody else's opinions and what's all happening out there, and listen and hear. And in here, the heart has a direct connection to your soul. That's why I call it your soul's brain. And physically, your heart is more strong than your brain. It emits a more powerful, measurable frequency than the brain does. So if you're trying to do everything through your thoughts, I'm going to think it, I'm going to plan it, and I'm going to make it happen, I'm going to do, and I've been an excellent doer and multitasker and getting little sleep and making myself work crazy hours and all that stuff, spent most of my life doing that. It's not an easy habit in general to break free from, and it feels very scary. What if, I can remember one client who's become a very good friend distinctly say to me, but if I relax and let go of being and doing everything and worrying about everything, it's all going to fall apart. My business, my family, everything. I'm the glue that holds it together. I'm the one that does it. Because we have the perception that if we're not thinking, doing, forcing, and fitting in and all the rest of it, that somehow the heart, the love, the intuitive side of ourself, and all the infinite energy around us can't support us, can't help us create what we want, can't maintain or grow what we have. It's not true. None of it is true. So the betrayal and the fear and those things. Now, the global breakdown is the same. We're seeing mindset shifts of profound proportion on the planet where people are no longer feeling and sensing that they have, we saw this, I don't know how long it was, 6-7 years ago. We saw all of a sudden just this ugliness just come up in people. You know, people were being mean and being prejudiced and being judgmental. And then we started to see, oh, Black Lives Matter, and women really do have rights and can speak up, and we should listen. And, you know, we're making a little bit of progress there. But we're getting to see this in a way. The veil is thinning. Right? We're removing these things, and our heart is able to lead us into this new path where we're moving to. Now, in order to open your heart center, you have to understand what it's really for and these new powers that it has. If you feel fear that you're too vulnerable, that you can't speak up, that you won't know what to do if you soften. I had a client once say, okay, I want to be loving, and if I love everyone and I love everything and I live in my heart center, then I just let everybody do whatever they want. I just let everybody treat me the whatever way they want and I just love it. No, that is not. That is one of those misconceptions. This is not about just allow everyone to behave the way they want. Realize you can't change anyone. All right. Maybe you think you can change your kids because you threaten them and you hold the money and they aren't old enough yet. But as soon as they can get free, they're not going to want anything to do with you if you're using control. So we're not trying to control other people. We're not trying to tell people what to do. We're not telling people off and we're not going in. Now, there comes times when you need to say, oh, excuse me, I'm going to leave the room now. Or, excuse me, I don't want that in my reality anymore. Could you please move on? Could you take a different path? That's not a conversation I want to have. That's not a topic I'm going to discuss. These are perfectly fine. When you do it from inside of your heart, it's loving. Will some people not like it? Sure, they can perceive it any way they want. But that isn't your problem, okay? Your challenge is to allow your heart to consume you, right? To encompass you and to break down the walls so that there's a flow. And now you have a connection to your intelligence of your soul and your purpose can come through. And you can start to feed your body and your heart and you can feed above and below and it can go into your throat and it can come down into your belly and you can start to have a flow and connect above and below and actually be safe in your body. A lot of people, I know I never did, don't feel safe in their body. And there's a part of you just like, no, I don't really want to be here. Hi, how are you? And the other part's over here trying to run away. So let's take a look now at where your heart is walled off and shut down. It's really one of the most powerful things you can do for your heart. Now, you want to make sure if you're going to keep working on your heart center, you can join the class if you'd like. You can do a session with me. But if you want to work on this on your own, you want to combine going in and allowing the walls and the fears and those to come up. But that's not what you want to do all the time. You don't want to do that all the time with any area of your life, like constantly look for the problems, constantly think you have to fix things, right? We don't want to do that. We want to be in receptive mode. Okay, I'm ready to see what this is. And it was just, it's just amazing. The people in the class, that the stories that have been coming out of each of the energy centers as we upgrade them. But the heart one recently, just the anger, the fear, the overwhelm, the pressure, a lot of pressure, a lot of intensity, a lot of, it's not the grief. We've already mentioned the grief. This is more like, layers. Like one person told me recently, they're starting to see the pattern under the pattern. That's exciting. It may not, then you may be going, oh, this is frustrating. I want the pattern gone. But think how exciting it is that you didn't even know the pattern. And then you realized you had a pattern. And then you were frustrated with the pattern because it kept getting in the way. And then you cleared one pattern and now you saw another one. And now at the same time, you're seeing multiple patterns underneath each other. So underneath here, it's not safe. Don't trust anyone. Your heart will break. And then the next level is, don't speak up. Serve everybody else. Be that slave. Be that servant. Don't let anybody else. Don't ask for what you want because it's not safe. And then the next layer, some kind of earth upheaval. Then she's having some kind of a dissolving, some kind of breaking down old patterns and a shift. And you're going to feel it too. And energetically, we're going to feel it too. We know from astrology that that you can read the alignment of the stars and you can predict these energies are going to be smooth. It's going to be, right now we've been in a fast forward movement, nothing holding us back, just go, go, go. And we're going to come to an eclipse soon in a few weeks. And that's going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, it's a huge portal, like left, right, right turn. And we know that those energies affect us, whether we want to pay attention to them or not. So we are one with this planet, with the people on it, with the paradigms that we have been raised in, with the culture and the beliefs that we have. And we are also unique. And our heart has the access to the brain of the soul that can bring through that pure new energy and create a new earth, a new reality of profound proportions. So if you can't receive, if you feel fear of loving fully, if you feel bad or guilty if you love yourself, you say, I love myself, better not let anybody hear me, right? Or if you feel like I can't manifest, I just keep working at this and it never quite gets there, or I get there and it doesn't stay that way, those are all outside ideas, and that paradigm is breaking down too. What you need, what you have to have, who you are. Lots of information coming through about breaking down your identity, your personal self-identity, who you thought you were, who you thought you had to be, who, what, where, how much you had to have. All of that, it's irrelevant now. So the heart needs to be unburdened. It needs to be revealed. It needs the walls to come down. It needs the dungeons to be opened. It needs the pain to be transmuted. And it needs to stand as the wise sage of the center of your being in body, so that you can pull from above and out, and pull from below and Gaia and within. And you can be the center of your life. Okay, I want to share this with you. I got a new card deck, and I think it's called Star Seeds or something. And oh, here it is. And this was, when I opened it and touched it and said hello to it, this was the first card that came to me. See if you can see this. There we go. It's a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. And of course, I just started to cry. That's a very big deal to me, because everything I do in my personal life and with this work is to help to guide all of us to the new earth, and to help Gaia, and to help each other, and to become one, and to become you. Okay? Okay, good. So let's go ahead, and we're going to look at the walls that are in the heart. So take a deep breath in, bring it into the heart. Enter the heart with the breath. Let all of your focus and awareness be in the heart. Stand wherever you are in the heart. Maybe it hasn't let you in very far. Maybe you're in the depths of it in the dark. And say, I am here, ready to enter my heart with love and acceptance. Release your breath as you are ready. And now allow your senses to just perceive, where am I? Some of you aren't very far into your heart. It's okay. It's not good or bad. You may only have entered like the waiting room or the entry hall. You may feel like you're outside the walls, or you may feel like you went way deep into it. Just stand there. Do you see anything? How does it feel? Does it feel damp, dry? Is there wind? Is there light? Does it feel like you're indoors or outdoors? Now go deeper. I give myself permission to connect to my heart through divine guidance and open to the next level of communication with my heart. Again, allow your awareness and your senses to feel, look, and see all around. Reach down to perceive. And you're just sensing. You're not analyzing, you're not judging, you're not trying to figure it out, you're not trying to give it words. Are you in an antechamber? That's what I just heard. What is an antechamber? It's the chamber right outside the sacred chamber. There are many chambers in your heart. There are many walls and blocks and locked doors and dungeons that have been put here, broken pieces that have been protected and shoved away. So now we're going to count from 3 to 1. And first, you're going to invite in the optimal guide. I invite in the guide that is optimal for me at this time to journey deeper into my heart. I am here to see, perceive, discover, uncover, and reveal the biggest wall, the biggest energy, the biggest belief, the biggest experience that is creating the walls, the resistance, and the blocks in my heart center. Again, just open your senses to receive whatever this guide energy is. Some of you, I see some glowing light. I see a dragonfly. I see very tall structures standing behind several of you. Whatever it is, just let it, and if you don't perceive anything, just say thank you. I know you're here. I trust. I'm here. I have everything I need. I'm in exactly the right place at the right time. Now allow this guided energy, full of love, to lovingly guide you. Feel like you're moving forward. Maybe you're going through a wall. Maybe there's a corridor. Maybe there's a vast space and it's dark and you begin to venture out, trusting that you will know where to go. Whatever you perceive, allow it and proceed. Guided step by step. There is a spiral opening, almost like going into a shell, like a nautilus. Down and down, down and around, down and around and around and around and down and down. You're guided and supported to go exactly where it is optimal for you. You see and sense that you have arrived to a very special, deep place in your heart center. It is a place of connection that has been blocked, walled off, or disconnected. Stand there, be present, understand it just by being there. I'm open and receptive to receive that which is optimal for me to sense, know, and perceive about this biggest block and energy under the walls of my heart center. Is there a place or a part of you that is hidden here? An inner child, some part of you that felt not good enough, afraid of criticism or retribution, locked away or hidden away for protection or safety. I now call on my guide, my I am presence, higher self, and those energies that are optimal for my highest good at this time to dissolve and free me from all beliefs in all times, lives, and places that bind me to this place, that lock me in or hide me, that I can stand up, that I can open my chest, that I can stand tall and put my shoulders back, that I can raise my head and I can allow my heart to grow, to expand, to glow, to be the light and the power that it is. I take and receive this agreement and all energies as a gift. And I am now going to bring them to the light. And you're going to come up that spiral effortlessly, holding this, feeling yourself stronger and stronger, your heart bigger, wider, moving up, 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 more light. And now, as you enter a beautiful space of light, you sense and see it is open, it's wide, it's bigger than when you came, and it's filled with light. There's gold sparkling rays and silver light. There's fuchsia and pink and yellow. And these lights, they're coming and they're illuminating what you've carried from your heart. And the light dissolves it. And you hold it up to the light and then you let go. And it's suspended there in the light. It begins to shift and change colors and change structure, the old belief, the old way, breaking down. And it's becoming emerald green, deep emerald green with this light within it. And now it pours back into your hands and up your arms and fills your heart center. I am love. I am love. I receive this love graciously, gratefully. I give myself permission to love myself, to love where I am, to love who I've been. I'm loving to myself and to my heart. Now allow that emerald green light to grow. And a rose, a red rose of deep love and power begins to grow in the center of it. It expands the emerald energies, expands your heart center out, out, out until it encompasses your whole body. And this red rose opens and opens and opens and opens, and there's a never-ending stream of petals, soft, beautiful, full of love. I am the heart of the divine embodied. I am prepared, designed, and provided for to live within this heart center, to receive this never-ending glowing emerald energies, and to open the flower of my deepest soul purpose. Let it blossom unhindered. No walls keeping the light out. No blocks preventing nourishment. Gently, gently, gently. I open my heart and I understand. I love and I accept. I receive and then I receive and then I receive. Relax and lean back and feel your heart expanded and open, filled with emerald energies of divine healing, life, love. I now allow the beauty of my soul and my purpose to bloom in my heart center and open it. I accept the strength, power, and the connection that my heart center has, and I trust myself. I trust all of me, and I trust this moment have come together in the perfect alignment inside of my heart. Stand in the center of this blooming rose. Feel the many petals of your purpose, your power, and your passion. I am that I am, and I am love, and I receive love, and I give love, and I amplify love. I generate love, and I am replenished with divine love. I have already within me all the love I need. I require nothing from anyone else. Everything is within. I accept this deep well of my soul's powers, and I clear and open this channel permanently that I may continue to bloom and blossom, to receive, to dissolve, to open, to understand, to live, choose, and navigate from my true heart. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to weave this energy into your heart, creating a connection to 10, 8, 13, 12, 13, 15, 15 other dimensions above and below, above and below, above and below. My heart is the channel, the connector, the conduit, the transformer, the healer, and the wise guide. I accept. Now, I strongly recommend you stay here. Stay in this space. Watch, listen, sense, feel what's moving, what's coming up. If you're crying and there's sadness and there's grief, do it. Receive it, accept it. Once it's received and expressed, it's like toxins out of your body and out of your heart. If you're feeling bliss and expansion, stay in it. Don't crave anything. Reassure yourself, I have everything I need right here. And then open to receive it. We are one heart, one mind, and one love. And we offer this healing and opening to all the souls on the planet in whatever form they're in. people, animals, minerals, elements, crystals and Gaia, insects, plants and trees, celestials. In every time and every place, this is the moment of multi-time healing. I heal my heart. Everyone is given permission to do the same. I heal my heart. All of my ancestors in this and any life are given permission to do the same. I expand my heart and reconnect it. I accept love. I embody love. I amplify love. And all of my lives, every part of my soul, my mind, emotions, finances, environment, relationship, and body, every level of my being is offered this energy with generosity, openness, and trust. As we close this circle, see yourself walking, and every step, this rose and this green energy infusing into the earth, into the building. With every step, you leave love footprints. With every step, you receive more, expand more love, in and out, and in and out, just like your physical heart, 24/7, never stopping. In and out, receive, express. We give great thanks and ask for the full color spectrum to mist down on us, to pour down within us, down through our central channel. These rainbow of light and love, gently healing and integrating. And we offer this down into the heart of Gaia. And her heart is expanded and green and emerald and has encompassed her planet, her body. And the rose is blooming within the center of Gaia and expanding. We are one. And we are one in love, not one in fear. We are one in generosity and one in creativity and one in infinite potential, not one in shame and blame and guilt and judgment. That is not where our oneness is. You no longer need to accept any of that, allow any of that, choose any of that. And it is done. Namaste. Oh. Well, like I said, I really hope that you will stay with this, relax, repeat this, share this, star it, and check out the shop, shop.nanakasha.com. Our chakra sale is about to end. The scans are on sale. The alignments, attunements, and healings are on sale. And then we also have sacred chakra packages where I work with you privately. And there's a sacral experience that's also on sale because that's one of the biggest gooped up ones, full of pain, shame, and fear. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Mwah. Love you too, Genevieve. Wonderful, wonderful. Hi, Julie. Oh my goodness. Hello, honey, 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 bunny. I miss you. You're always with me. Choose love instead of fear. A lot of constriction. Yes, Pat, you will feel that when we go in and we say, it's time to open the heart. I'm ready to open the heart. I'm ready to see what's here. I'm ready to break the habit, the pattern that I've lived with. A lot of that stuff's going to come up. So it's going to, oh, no, don't do it. And those patterns are going to say it's not safe and don't risk it and stay back and don't move forward. And those inner fears are not truth. They never have been, but we have lived with them. We have believed them. So their breakdown may be like, whoosh, gone, and they may come back, and then they may go, and they may feel constricted. So you just want to be with it, and the love, let it pour out into that. Yes, I accept and love that restriction. Ah, wonderful. Pat said, oh my gosh, your sister and my father would be fast friends. So many similarities. Yeah. Yeah. We all, I think, go through periods where we feel like a victim. We feel like I'm the nice one. Why is everybody not nice to me? You go through feeling unfair and being consumed by the pain that you experience. And wow, certainly many people on the planet have experienced some very intense pain of really amazing proportions. It means you're strong, and it's time to release it so you can take the strength that you are and the strength that you gained through that experience and expand and heal that. So I don't speak to my sister. I reached out to her. Her husband has cancer again, and she didn't respond. That's okay. I didn't expect it. Then my mother invited me to this platform from the Mayo Clinic that you can get updates of what's happening. And I looked at what's happening for him, and I sent many positive comments and lots of love, and she erased them all. I didn't know that, and I spoke to my mom, and she was very upset. And my sister had yelled at her and said, why did you tell her about this? Why did she join this? Even though the email my mom sent me from my sister said, please share this with anyone you think might like it. So my mother got reamed, and she was crying, and I was shocked. It hit me, and I started to cry. And I was really upset that I started to cry because I haven't spoken to her in a long time. I don't think about her on a daily basis. I have no cravings to be her best friend, or why isn't she nice to me, or any of that. But I've healed all that. That isn't even a part of my reality. And I couldn't believe something went right in my heart to the deepest part and just stabbed me in the heart. And I was like, immediately tried to be like, don't cry. Don't let anyone see, especially your mom, see that this bothers you, because this isn't who you are. This isn't how you live. And I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't control it. It just came out. And so I had to cry. And then my mother cried, and we just cried and cried together over the video call. And for 3 or 4 days, I was really kind of surprised. I was in a bit of a shock. I'm like, that was weird. It wasn't weird, but it was surprising. And that's what I want you to understand. You're going to hit these pockets. They've been buried. They've been locked away. Sometimes the things I see in sessions are amazing. I can remember one person who locked away this part of themselves in a big crate, put chains around it, and hung it on a rope down in a deep cavern in an abyss. That's what it looked like. We had to go down to get that, and then remove the chains and open the crate. So this is the energetic symbolism that's showing us how locked away this part of her was and what she had done. And that it was not like, oh, it's over here and I just need to find the key to the door. When I see that, it's like, that's not so bad. Or when I see energy like I've been seeing this week in my sessions, where you have this energy, this kind of like lumpy energy around you. But you know what? It's not attached to you. It's just floating next to you. So it's still there, but you've done something to release it. All right? So it's not an agenda to have. And these things come. I know they come. I know that this thing with my sister came up for whatever reason because my soul directed it. It said, ooh, this is going to be good. This is going to poke the deepest part of her heart and really and pull that shit out and let it out. So be on your path, love yourself, walk with love, give love to yourself first, above all others, because when you allow yourself love, real love, acceptance, then you can give love. Then the love you give has power beyond belief. You don't have to serve people 40,000 hours a day and do everything for everyone and worry about everything. You just be that love and you will empower others. Thanks, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. I hope I see you in a session. I hope I see you in a class. Oh, and I hope that you will come to our amazing retreat in September. So we are signing people up now for our equinox retreat. It'll be the first one for years since the pandemic and all of this stuff that's happened. I'm so excited. It's going to be here in Mayaland. It's nanakasha.com/retreat. And you can send me questions. A lot of people have questions because there's a lot of logistics involved. So take a peek at it and then let me know what you need. Do you need a different payment plan? No problem. We've already created those. Do you need help understanding the logistics? We're creating we always create a manual that tells you where you travel to. I help people find their accommodations. It includes one night in the Uxmal Lodge, which is right across the street from the Uxmal Pyramid, and has it's just this luxurious place, beautiful palapa roofs and this pools and everything. And it's different than where we stayed before. So people like Julie and Nabila who were there. Otherwise, yes, you have to have your accommodations, but there's accommodations here of every price range. You could have a luxurious home and you could have a room in someone's house. And there's a lot of things. And the logistics of getting around and going to another country, all of those things, we're here, we're ready, we're willing. Because if you feel called to this, it is going to be profound. All of them were profound. The last one was mind-blowing. It was 5 days. People in it asked for it to be longer, so we extended it. And we did insane amounts of work, spiritual work. We're going to 3 different pyramids. We're going to Mayapan, which we've never done, and Sibil Shaltun, which we've never done, and we're going back to Uxmal, of course. And we do activations. We're having ceremony with Christian. We're being fed cacao. We're doing all of these beautiful things. It's going to be loving and pampering. It's going to heal your heart, and it's going to bring you to a place of connection to ancient things. You may have key codes that trigger here. You may have openings. Most people, their senses awaken. They start seeing energies differently. There's always profound healings, lots of breakdowns, lots of beauty, lots of breakthroughs. We have a pool, we have a steam room, we have a jacuzzi, we have the beach. We're going to go and we're going to have delicious food. It's just everything is going to be designed for you to be cared for in a nurturing and loving environment where we are going to transform together. It's September 21st to 25th. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Have a beautiful and blessed day, everybody. Namaste. Bye-bye.